Some of you are stuck right now, but it's not because God isn't speaking to you. It's because you refuse to move. So, in this video, I'm going to shed light on why you're stuck. We're going to look at that situation. And then I'm going to address the misunderstanding of waiting on God. This way, you'll be able to walk forward confidently without the fear of messing up God's plan for your life. The first thing is we need to be honest with ourselves. When people say that they are just waiting on God, but there's no action going on in their life. They're just waiting on God to see if they should make a decision on this or that. The truth of the matter is, you're not waiting on God. You're scared to make a decision. As humans, we really, really want guarantee. We want confirmation. We want to know that everything is going to work out exactly how we want it to without taking a step. And that is what keeps you stuck. And that is what keeps you in the same place year after year when you're just too scared to make a decision. I used to do this all the time, y'all. I would overanalyze every single decision in my life, and it would keep me stuck for so long. Sometimes you really just got to say screw it and do it. That just came out. And here's the thing. We ask God, God, is this from you? Is this from you? What do I do here? What do I do here? And then you don't really feel like you hear anything, or you do hear things and you just kind of ignore it. And then nothing happens if you're not moving. And that's not faith. It's fear dressed up as something spiritual by saying, I'm waiting on God. This is the revelation that the Lord gave me that has just blown my mind. God cannot steer a parked car. If you are parked in a parking lot and your car is off, the engine's not even running, you can spin the wheel all you want, but you're not going anywhere. And that's how the Lord is with us, okay? He needs us actually to make movement so he can be the GPS in our life and say, okay, turn here, go straight. But here's the thing about GPSs. Notice how when you accidentally miss a turn, you can be rerouted back to the right direction. That is how you need to look at your relationship with God. He is going to reroute you and take you where you need to be. Proverbs 3:6 says that he will make your path straight. But in order for him to do that, you actually need to be on the path and moving. Okay, but what if you choose wrong? You've got option A, you've got option B. Should I go to this job or should I go work here? Should I move here? Should I move here? Should I do this? Should I do that? Should I date them? Should I date them? You don't know. And this is the part that used to get me all the time. But let me give you some peace. God is not limited by your decisions. He's not looking down at you going, well, kid, you went through the wrong door. Good luck, because I'm out of here. God is not like that with us. He's not limited by you making a mistake. And I've got a whole book to back me up on that. If you are submitted to God, if you are genuinely seeking him, then he's going to direct your path. And that's just facts. So yes, you might take the wrong turn and you might have to learn something the wrong way. You might pivot, but that's okay because God's not going to let that interfere with his will on your life. You're not going to just fall out of the Lord's will because you made the wrong decision. And that should bring you so much peace. Faith requires action, and this is where a lot of people get it twisted, but that's not going to be you. People think that faith just means sitting down and praying and then waiting. But if you believe in something, okay, if you believe in something so much that the Lord has spoken to you, then you would go after it and you would go get it, and not in a grind way, okay? Grind culture is going after something and probably getting it in a very unholy way, you know, stomping over people or doing very sleazy things to get to it. No, the Lord wants you to do it with integrity. And I feel like I need to address that because I didn't always understand that. Faith without works is dead. You can't ask God to bless something for you and not have anything for him to bless. So if you're asking God, give me all of these opportunities, but you're refusing to go out of your comfort zone, then you're not going to have new opportunities. If you're asking for growth, but you're avoiding discomfort, you're not going to grow. If you're asking for more friends, but you just want to isolate yourself all the time, you're not going to have any more friends. And if you ask for change, but your life looks the exact same every single day, how is the Lord going to bless you? He needs obedience from you, okay? And it's just a little bit of obedience, just a little step that the Lord will go and multiply, because there is supernatural power in the name of the Lord, okay? I don't want you to think that because you have to go and take this action, that means that you're doing it all on your own. That's not what this means. But it does mean that God requires you to take a little bit of action, a little bit of obedience, and he is going to show off in your life, okay? He will do that. But all he needs is your obedience so he can do that. And that means that you got to take some steps. to get to God's promised land for you. Stop overcomplicating your life. I think that we put so much pressure on our life. And I get it, okay? Because honestly, since I've come to know the Lord and have a relationship with him, especially with all the spiritual warfare, you finally realize like how crazy the spiritual realm is, that it's just mind-blowing, and you feel like you have all of this pressure. And I'm not saying that you don't, okay? There are eyes of watching you, but you also need to look at it as these angels, God, he is for you. He's not against you. And so stop putting so much pressure on everything. People think that if they choose wrong, that their life is over, and that's not true. Look at the Bible. Go read the Old Testament and tell me that one wrong decision ruined somebody's life. Absolutely not, okay? God will direct you as you go. He is not expecting you to have everything figured out. That is the point. That is one of the points of having a relationship with the creator of the universe, is that we take away our pride and realize, oh wow, God, I don't know anything. Like, that's the point. I don't know anything, so I need God to show me and to give me wisdom, because on my own, I'm literally a potato. So I need God to help me out here. And that is what surrender looks like. And I know that this part might hurt a little bit, but suffering builds you, and it doesn't feel good. I know it doesn't feel good. Growth hurts. It's like you're literally dying to old versions of yourself, and you are. And so you feel like these growth pains in your body as a grown adult, and like things are just dying off of you because you're becoming this new version, and it doesn't feel good, okay? We don't need to romanticize it. It's not great, but it builds you into the person that God created you to be. The moments that have grown me the most in this life are the ones that I would have never have chosen. My dad dying, I wouldn't have chosen that, but I've seen the amount of growth and wisdom and maturity that I have gained from that situation. Like, the Lord has shown me so much through that. And even, this is crazy, but being sexually abused as a child, I have learned a lot from that situation. It's just taught me to extend love to others and to speak life over others. God has shown me so many things in these situations and these moments that were not things that I would have chosen. And I'm not going to sit here and say God would have chose that either, okay? Don't get it twisted. God did not do these things to me. He allowed for things to happen to me. But what the enemy steals for evil, God can restore for good. And my life is living proof of that. So don't think that God said, oh, go sexually abuse this child to somebody. No, it's not like that. But God is shaping it for good. And I can see that just through my channel and through some of your guys' DMs and stuff, that this channel truly helps you. And that is beautiful. But none of that, this message literally wouldn't have been able to come out if these things hadn't have happened to me. And so there's beauty in everything if you can change your perspective. So here's the truth. You don't need another confirmation or another sign or a little guarantee from the Lord. You just need to move. You just need to take action, and knowing that God's going to meet you wherever you land. So if you're at a crossroads and you don't know if I should choose this or if I should choose that, choose one. Choose it. Choose whichever makes the most sense to you, or the first one that comes to your head. And hey, if you got to rock, paper, scissor it, do it, because God will meet you there. And I'm proof of that. Clarity comes when you take action, not when you're sitting still, but when you're walking in obedience with the Lord. I really hope that this video helped you guys out today. Drop a comment on where you're watching this from. I really want to know like where all of you are coming from. My analytics say USA mostly, but I'm like, what part of the USA? I don't know. Sometimes I put my location on here and sometimes I don't. So I love you guys. I can't wait to see you in the next video. I'm praying for every single one of you, and I pray that this found the right people. Love you.